How's everybody doing? Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome to
What's
Tales of
up?
Initiative. We are live with a brand new campaign, and we will be finding my notes here in a second. Hey, there we are. Thank you for sticking with us. We had a little bit of tech setup to go through. Normally, we will be starting about 26 minutes ago, but we are here, we are live, and we are so excited to be starting a brand new game called Tales Does Tales. I'm Matt. I will be DMing this game as we step into the pages of Tales from the Yawning Portal, an anthology of Dungeons and Dragons adventures from throughout the decades. Uh, Along with me, we are going to have some lovely players, but hold off on introductions. We will introduce you along with your characters in just a few moments. Before we jump in, I would like to thank our lovely, lovely sponsors, TA Maps, Fernway Dice, Emberwind, Day20, and Level1Gamers.com. If you haven't already, please go check them out. They are awesome. They've got discount codes, toy in chat, and make sure that you go get some sweet, sweet product from our wonderful, wonderful sponors. Uh, they treat us well, and so let's treat them well because they're cool and they got dope stuff. They got a weird jiggle gelatinous cube mug that we all need to get because that's delightful.
It is.
Also, before we jump in, I do want to wish a very happy birthday to Joe. It's her birthday. Yay!
Happy birthday, Joe.
It's the best.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
How old did you say you were turning? 6,000,
6,969. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, our resident Fey cryptid. Do not question them; they will come after you. But yeah, with that and with no further ado, let's jump in to a brand new story, a new tale here on Tales of Initiative. We open on a tavern. The walls are adorned with a staggering variety of curios and oddities, although some seem to have been ripped from their homes and cast about the barren floor. Broken tables and empty boots litter the floor surrounding a massive well, 40 feet across, that peers down into blackness that feels like it might reach up from within. A man, the only denizen in the shattered remains of this place, stands behind the bar, all color sapped from his being, and his face lost in shadow. He pours a tankard from a tap, the liquid looking a little bit like smoke. Well, hey there. Don't get many folks around here no more. Not after, well, the end. But now's no time for gloom. Despite the locale, there can be a little joy still. I'm Durnan, by the way. Go on, grab a seat. If you have time for a tale. It's an old one, but maybe it'll turn out different this time. For all our sakes. The scene dissolves in a flurry of white. The tavern is replaced by a snow-blind landscape of frozen hills buried beneath snow. If it weren't for the heavy clouds masking the sun, the horizon would be nearly impossible to discern. Far in the distance stands a tower, growing closer with each moment. See, this is the last world, and I mean it when I say that. Still a little confused how you walked in, to be honest, but that's neither here nor when. Here, it's the year 1156 UDR. 22 years ago, a great worm called Sienna tried to claim the throne of godhood, and in doing so, well, she done broke the sky. So now the ends, all those worlds that died before this one, sit there in the sky, drifting like some starlit tomb. And now this world has a choice. Will they fight? Will they kill the things that cannot die, that claimed all us who came before? Or will I be needing to tap a fresh keg? At last we arrive at the base of the tower, called the Shade Spire, an impressive, doorless, windowless obelisk piercing the alabaster landscape. It casts no shadow, and seems to eerily hover in place, distorted against reality. We pierce the veil of this tower, moving through the curtain of rock to find ourselves in an opulently appointed, warm sitting room. Bookshelves and tapestries line the walls, and a roaring fire brings both light and heat into the room, where a circular table filled with breakfast food is surrounded by 5 chairs. A pair of scimitars crossed hangs across the hearth, gleaming in the firelight and catching the eye of Daya.
Yeah, Daya is a grayish skinned kind of elf-looking person. They have long black and gray hair. They're sitting very straight and very proper, just kind of listening to what's going on around them. They have grease streaks across their face and look to be pretty powerfully built in like worn leathers. Everything is very functional and very used. If that makes any sense.
And there's a couple other figures in the room. Joe, would you like to introduce Fia?
Fia is leaning back in her chair, feet up, in high-heeled boots against the table, just kind of like knocking back some breakfast foods into her mouth. Short, choppy red hair, like flicked back off her face. Just kind of like bouncing around everyone, seemingly nonchalant, but occasionally catching the flick of an eye off someone as she squeaks back in the chair, trying to make it longer each time.
Raz, can you introduce Shirsa? Oh, Raz, I think you're muted.
I am. I'm sorry.
There we go.
Yes. Sirsha is sitting as close as possible to Winnie. She's got maybe her arms around Winnie. They're looking at a book that's got pictures or something. And from the top of her head has long bone-like horns, covered in moss and fungus, and there's kind of a weird thing happening where she has no mouth, only mushroom. She is dressed in rags very similar to Winnie, who will introduce herself in a minute. And there's almost like one of her hands is all bark root that is climbing up slowly, and her hooves are kind of tucked up underneath of her on the seat. A dark kind of greenish fur covering them, one of her feet, the same way as one of her hands, where it's got that weird bark-like texture. Winnie, next page.
Yeah, speaking of Winnie.
Winnie has got 2 arms wrapped around her sister, and she uses a third one of her fourth arms to change the page over. So Winnie has got she's got kind of like a sickly white skin tone, with like flashes of like brown stripes. She's got a set of wings that when you look really closely, they're like furry. She's got 2 antennae that sit up the top of her head here that out of her white hair. And she usually has a hood when she's walking around, but right now she's just sitting covered in tattered clothing and a ripped skirt that she's fastened together with ropes and bits and pieces to keep what she can on.
Excellent. So y'all have, as asked of you from your previous day's assignment, where you got to know each other a little bit through a training exercise held in one of the very odd rooms of the Shade Spire, your patron here, your employer, has asked you to gather here this morning. Breakfast food was already waiting, and they walk in dressed in deep, dark robes trimmed in purple with a wooden spiralized mask covering all but one eye. And they step forward and take their place at the table. Are you all ready?
As ready as possible, I think.
Yes, Papa, we're ready to go.
There's a small delay, and then they reach out their hand, and a snake climbs out of one of their sleeves and drapes down onto the table. It then, similar to the missives you received before, begins to like vomits out this strange rod carved with runes. As I described before, once you find the Gulthias Tree, place that nearby, after of course removing Bellic as well, should he protest.
And I reach and take it out
Sure.
and tuck it into my robe somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, it's got this very almost silky texture to the metallic nature of the rod.
I
Place
changed
that-
my mind. I'm gonna leave it in my hand and I'm just gonna stim off of like touching it for a minute.
Excellent. Place it at the base of the tree, and I will be able to arrive there for support. Unless there are any other questions, are you ready?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I believe so.
good
Alright.
show.
These magics are temperamental, so hold hands, as cliche as it might be. Should anything happen, make sure to keep hold. I will have a few castings of this spell prepared.
Winnie's gonna hold on with two hands to each person that she's got on either side.
Saoirse, yes? You have a question?
No, I was reaching.
Oh, gotcha. Excellent. With that,
I'll fold Fia's hand up in my barky hand, and disappears in like a tree. It's wild.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm not gonna fall. Thank you.
the figure goes through several odd hand motions as all of these intricate seals form. As their hands flutter through the casting of the somatic components, you also see flashes of blue and green light as a web of arcane energy surrounds the group. And you all immediately feel the ground fall out from beneath you as you are shunted hundreds of miles all at once. The world starts to crash around you as you are in a raging, icy cold sea, swimming and paddling for breath. Yes, guys. You hear her curse in some horrid snake-like language. Once again. She reaches back out, going through the castings once more, and you hear that weird, like, popping noise, like how we would equate stepping off of an airplane or moving through altitude as you're once again shunted through space. The water that has soaked through you already, icy cold to start with, almost instantly freezes as you arrive at a new place. You are once again in a snowy tundra, but it looks rockier, surrounded by mountains, unlike the place where you came from. The figure looks around, shakes the head. Once more. Again, the casting goes off, and this time, third time's the charm, and you all arrive in a strange, dark, sandy steppe of a landscape. There are crags and fissures all over the place surrounding you, as it's difficult to see like how far this landscape goes on. It just goes on for miles and miles and miles. If anyone would like to make a history or a nature check to know where you are, you can make that.
I'll do a nature
Absolutely.
check.
They're the same.
That's cocked.
21.
Oh.
21.
Woohoo! Nat 1!
19.
19.
Yeah, 10.
Told you, my dice hate me.
10, Fia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Winnie and Saoirse, both of you know, although this is very odd that you know, like it's a memory that you don't feel like is a memory. It's just this odd fact thrown in. You've only been alive a few months, right? That's definitely right. But there's this sense of like, you know this place. You've seen this place once before. At least once before, or maybe you've just seen a picture of it. This is a place known as the Savage Lands, and it was where a lot of the fighting happened when night fell, when Sienna attempted to attain godhood. The landscape was already kind of brutal and dry and harsh before, but now it is this wasteland of almost apocalyptic style where rainfall is scarce or intermittent and rare, although you seem to have hit it right in the rainy season. It is this warm, hot rain falling on you. You quick check up into the sky where you can just see those glimmers of weird floating objects. Nothing's falling out. You're not in the middle of a corpse storm, thankfully, but you are in the middle of a rainstorm as rain is just pelting into you, heavy, warm and humid against, and turning the ground here that is this like sandy dirt into kind of this like slick muck. Your employer just kind of sighs. At least we're already wet to start with.
Defrosted a little bit.
Water. It is warmer. This one. Mhm.
Saoirse, was
True.
this in our books?
Maybe. It has to be.
Yes.
We've not seen this before.
No, but I've seen it. We must
But
have
I've seen
seen
it
it in a book.
Mm-hmm. Must be. Often the simplest answer is the correct one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you been here before? She looks around to Oh no. I don't have
The
everyone.
patron.
Patron.
Yeah. Papa.
Papa,
Addie?
Papa, have you been here before?
I have, but clearly not enough for that spell to have worked as precisely as I'd liked it. But we're here, and they sort of point into the pretty near distance. It looks like you're on what would have been a road, although it's hard to tell with the rain where the road ends and the sort of general steppe of the land begins. This old road comes close to a ravine that looks pretty deep. It's jagged and it falls into blackness away from the surface. At the part where the road most closely approaches the cleft that leads into this ravine, you see several broken pillars jutting up from the earth, where the ravine starts to widen. Two of the pillars stand straight, but most lean atop the sloped earth. Others are broken, and several have apparently fallen into the depths of the ravine. A few pillars are visible on the opposite side of the ravine, as if they might have been part of some structure that once spanned it and has since fallen in. And even from this distance, you do notice that there is a sturdy knotted rope tied on one of the pillars that is flung into the ravine, as if someone might have climbed down fairly recently. When I was here last, that was the entrance to the Sunless Citadel.
Is this rope here, Papa?
That rope was not here when I came here last.
Oh. Lovely.
Friends?
Or enemies.
Of a kind.
Could be those nobles I hired. The Hicruels.
The Hercules, I'm sorry. One more time.
Yes, it's a rather difficult name. Hucriel. Hucrele.
Oh,
It's likely them. Although, like I said before, they've not answered my summons in some time. I suspect they've either died or been turned by Bellic.
Sorry, writing. Remind me the makeup of their party if somehow we do come up against them.
They were both capable fighters. I believe Shrin. I believe she had a little bit of spellcasting knowledge. But whoever else they brought into the endeavor, I was not privy to that element of their adventure.
Gotcha. Well, does anybody have any questions? Via, Daya, you ready?
Always.
Yeah, good.
I will leave you to it then. I shall
And-
return to the Shade Spire by the slow way.
You're sure we can't get any more magic bones? Absolutely sure.
I am
Oh yes, those
positive.
bones were lovely.
Yes,
Quite
they are
handy.
useful. I will attempt to procure some for future endeavors, should you prove in need of them.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pa. You're the best.
There's another sort of rigid pause, and then, you're welcome. And they turn and start walking, I'd say passive survival, pretty decent in your party, what looks like south, along the road back towards what could be civilization, although Winnie and Saoirse, your knowledge of this area is very limited in terms of what civilizations may or may not exist out here. It's mostly roaming bands, pretty transient's the wrong word, but a lot of hunter-gatherer civilizations live out here in smaller numbers.
We relay that to the group. We read it in our books.
Lovely. Well, I had no idea where we were, so I'm glad someone does.
Some
I
information
mean-
is always good information.
I've no situational knowledge of where we are in the world, but it's somewhat familiar here, so that's good.
It's a start.
That's yeah. Let's
That's the
onward.
nothing.
Can I go over to the rope and
Sure.
first of all kind of like look around to see if anything's been by? Is there any smashed blood at the bottom of the rope? Did they just fall to their deaths?
Yeah, give me either an investigation check or a survival check.
And
Oh, we'll do survival. That's a +5. I forgot I was proficient in that.
Yeah!
Hey.
Nope.
Ooh. 22.
22. Yeah, very easy to tell. The area looks like it's been sort of a known jumping off point for forays into this place. It looks like the area around the pillars has hosted a lot of small campfires, some as recent as a month ago. And you do notice that someone went to a little bit of effort to try and hide evidence of the camps from casual scrutiny, so that if someone was just like walking up the road or walking down the road, they might pass by and not notice it. But anyone looking for any signs of travel through this area would definitely notice the campfires here. You also notice that there's bits of graffiti sort of like carved and scratched into some of these remaining pillars. Does anyone speak Dwarvish or Goblin?
I speak
Fucking no.
Goblin.
Winnie, you recognize the characters written in the Dwarvish alphabet, but it is
I know-
Goblin.
Oh no, I don't know Dwarvish either.
That's okay.
I know a
you
lot of
recognize the
languages,
Goblin.
so I'm sure it
Yeah.
probably translates at some point.
Yeah, a lot of languages do reuse the Dwarven alphabet, and it looks like this bit of Goblin is that form, and you recognize the inscriptions as warnings and threats against potential trespassers.
Oh, guys, there are some warning signs here. Looks like goblins have written them. But,
Opens.
maybe.
I'll also say that Saoirse, with that survival check, because you knocked it out of the park, the rope tied around that pillar, that looks to be in pretty good condition and couldn't have been tied up there for more than maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Um, and you would feel pretty safe using that to traverse down. And looking down over the edge of the ravine, you notice that it sort of descends into kind of a murky twilight where, while it's technically day, it's pretty overcast and blotted out from the hard rains. And it would be a slippery, pretty hazardous climb were it not for this rope that descends about 50 feet down to what looks like a ledge down in sort of the twilight of the ravine beneath.
Well, I'll carry a torch down while you climb the ropes, and then that way you're safe until you get down, and I'll flutter with you. And she kind of just like, I'm sure I've got a torch on me.
I can.
Yeah.
I have light. Remember, if you'd like that.
Yeah, absolutely. What have I got on me that you could?
Fantastic.
Oh, cast
Oh,
it
yeah,
on
my
her wings. Then she'll glow.
Cast on the what?
My wings.
Her wings.
Oh yes, of course. And so yeah, gonna cast light on the wings.
You
Have
can't cast it on the wings because it's part of a creature, but you can cast it on like the bit of cloth next to the wings, so it's doing the same deal.
Okay.
She's still a very glittery, adorable fae.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
I've just wrapped my cloak around me, and it's got 2 little slits for the wings, so I'm glowing that way.
There you go.
And I'm gonna just flutter down with them, so then they've got light to go, because I know that not all of us, not many of us can see in the dark. We learned that during the test.
We learned that.
Indeed, lighting will be key in this adventure.
Who has dark vision? One person.
Maybe you go first.
Yeah.
Yes, I can go first.
Yeah.
Jump down.
All right.
Can I ask you, Matthew, Matito?
Tito.
Yes. Are there animal tracks around? Is there any notable like animals that have roamed around here? Anything predatory that might hunt us or try to
The only
murder us?
evidence of animals you're seeing are pretty old tracks that look like they're just sort of moving in and out. You see a couple of... I'm just rolling your survival check forward from before, because over 20. I'd say you see a couple of like rat prints. Like, looks like small mammals might be scurrying in and out of these ravines.
Guys, we might have rat friends while we're down there.
Lovely.
Maybe we can bring one back
I
to
love
the-
rats.
Oh well. I'm. This should be fun for you then.
Yes. Maybe I'll find some
Lovely.
friends.
So, Daya, you're going first?
I would like to go first. Yes.
Okay. Is anyone going at the same time, or are y'all waiting for one person to go down? And then...
I'm going down with everybody,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
even though she.
So
can
Winnie,
see.
you're like this little Navi beacon.
Yeah, I'm like
hovering around.
floating
Yeah.
around them as they come down the room.
Perfect. Fia and Saoirse, are you waiting at the top?
Fia will probably start going down as soon as she can.
Okay. So just giving
I
each other a little bit of distance.
I'll bring up the rear. Don't want to like make it too weighted.
Sure. It's an easy enough climb. Again, you're noticing that there are a couple of like foot and hand holds as you're moving down. They're small. They look like they would be maybe useful for like smaller humanoids. But you're able to kind of ignore them and just brace against the rope in the wall and make the journey down. And y'all are officially on that first map. Let me make sure and activate it. So
Hey!
over there.
It's the map.
The map.
The map of the map. Okay. Okay. Does that mean that I now do a map?
You don't have to do the map.
Okay.
We can wait, but
All right. I'll
if
wait.
you ever wanted to,
I
I
can.
leave it entirely up to your discretion. A little bit of flavor text as you arrive at this place. A sandy ledge overlooks a subterranean gulf of darkness. The ledge is wide but rough. Sandy, rocky debris and the bones of small animals cover it. There is a rough-hewn stairwell zigzagging down off the side of the ledge and descending down into darkness. There is this small, like, fire pit there that is just filled with what looks like the pale muck from the rain of what must be hundreds of campsites ash that is accumulated in there. The steps here are, they're well built, but with the rain, it's looking pretty slippery and a little bit treacherous. And you do notice, those of you with dark vision, sort of looking down into the darkness beneath as the stairs traverse down. You're seeing like bits and fragments of what would have been a massive structure that looks to have been like swallowed up into the earth here.
Ooh.
And I will say that Daya, as you touch down here, because I rolled really low on stealth, you heard like a couple like little skitterings and squeaking noises, as you would imagine that there are things here, but they seem to be trying to do their best to keep hidden at the moment.
All right. There's something down here, but can I do like a perception investigation check?
I'd say perception. If you're specifically trying to find something that's hiding from you, that'd be perception.
More trying to case how safe it is down here for everybody else to come.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that would be investigation.
Okay. Damn it. My perception is way better. 4.
For what's your passive investigation?
11.
11. Okay, that's good enough. It's not that hard of a check. Moving over like the stairs and just kind of like kicking your foot across them just to test it out. It's slick enough that if you think you were going like full speed down these stairs, it would be precarious. But going at like a normal pace, going at a casual pace, and carefully walking down, you're noticing like the rain is only penetrating so far down into the ravine, so eventually you'd get to drier earth and you'd have an easier time of traversing. In terms of mechanics, what I'd say that if you were having to move tactically around here and you moved at full speed during your turn, you would have to make an acrobatics check to not lose your footing. Winnie, obviously you ignore that, being a little flying fae.
Yes, I am currently hovering. My feet
Yes.
very rarely touch the ground. She doesn't wear shoes, so she'll only get her feet cold and wet.
Yeah, I just want to convey that to everybody. Like, it's a little wet and slippy down here. Just be careful, and we should be fine. If we do have to run, we might need to. It might be slightly more difficult, but there's nothing scary down here at the minute, so I think we're all right.
Good to know.
Do I have the type of like goat hooves that are built for walking on mountain faces?
You know what? Because I love those goats, yes. I want to say
Okay,
yes.
dope.
Good ass.
I'm great. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
This is your terrain.
It's my favorite terrain.
Your
I'm not
favorite
a ranger.
terrain.
Damn it.
What I'll say is you still have to make them, because there's always a chance.
Yeah.
You being good at survival, you would know that like stairs this old, there's always a chance that like the water has permeated the stone and like something could literally just like fall out from underneath a step. But I would say you have advantage on any acrobatics checks.
So let's
Okay,
go. Can I trace down the squeaky noises of
Make
the
a perception
rats?
check.
I'm going to. I want them. I want rat friends. Oh no, that was a natural one for a 3.
For a 3. Yeah.
No,
you look,
for a 4.
For a 4? Okay. You look over the side and like you hear like the little like tiny clattering of a rock, like a pebble. Maybe it was loosed by the water, maybe it was loosed by something moving around. You don't see anything that would be like a creature moving around, but like between what Daya said and hearing that, you're guessing that like something reacted to you peering over the edge.
Yes. It's okay, little rat friends.
Is it just empty space around this pillar? All the way
It's
around?
not empty space. Like, yeah, on the map, it kind of looks like it's just floating up in the middle of,
I was
of
like,
nothing.
this is cool.
Basically, on the northern side, where it kind of terminates, like,
Yep. That goes
that would
up
basically
to the...
be, yeah, that is basically like, it's kind of an isometric map.
Yep.
It's like facing back into a rock wall, and
Yep.
that's what you scaled down, coming down that rope.
Perfect.
And then this is like a ledge, and then it's just sort of blackness on either side and drifting down into nothingness.
Cool. Let's go, shall we?
So,
Onwards.
Yeah, move yourselves into whatever marching order you would be rocking.
Winnie is
Going
hovering around the outside of each of the stairs.
Just you could reach
And,
out and grab.
She
Grab
is just
Winnie's-
keeping an eye out on the area. She has a passive investigation of 17. So she's
That's
just...
dope.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's just like... her, you
Uh,
see her little eyes just going... looking for
I
something.
grab a piece of rope that's like hanging from you to just kind of be like, I can't see and you are light.
Yes.
I would like to have a light balloon.
Light balloon. Yeah.
Light
Can
balloon.
I go ahead? Sorry, I think it's concentration. No, it's not. Light is not concentration. Can I cast it on something?
You can
that
only have
Saoirse's
one
holding?
instance of it up at the time.
Okay,
That's the limitation on light, is you can do it once, but it doesn't cost concentration.
Yep.
fantastic.
So now...
Okay, never mind then.
I'm now attached to
So
a
sure,
rope.
yeah, you are attached to a rope, which Saoirse is holding. I think one of you definitely has rope in your pack.
I do.
Saoirse, are you kind of hanging back on the top of the ledge, and you're going to be the last down?
I'll be the last down just because I feel confident in my ability to walk on the stairs, but also they can see and I only have Winnie.
Yep. Okay. In that case, because you knew they were there, they will not get a surprise round, but we are going to roll initiative.
God fuck.
Thea, have you got dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Oh, dark.
I will say, by the way, that
I do.
it's dark, like, beneath you,
Mhm.
but on these ledges, there's enough sunlight filtering in, because you're only 50 feet down from the surface, that it's basically all dim light. So the light is still helping
But
to keep...
Is the sunlight's not like full sun like we get though, right?
Yep.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, it's daytime. It's only at night that the sky is really weird.
Okay.
You do get a full sunlight. And, like, because of the rain and because being a little bit off of the surface, it's basically the equivalent of dim light right now.
Okay.
So dark vision, you have no penalties to your perception, and then non-dark vision, plus with the light, y'all have just disadvantage on perception checks. But you were hearing them, not seeing them.
So just a regular... Oh, wait, no, never mind. We're doing initiative.
Yeah. Initiative.
Initiative.
Ooh, how is that?
There's my good roll.
God damn it.
All right.
Fuck off, Matt. God damn it.
The bloodstone dice wants blood, so I'm gonna stick with that one now. Sam, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
You know, cleric initiative. That's strong. Fia,
Also, any dice that I make hate me, so.
we need to swap dice. That's what you're telling me.
Right?
Fia, what'd you get?
13.
13. Saoirse,
19.
19.
Yes.
And
Druid
Winnie,
15.
15. Do you or Fia want to go first?
What's your dex?
Hold on. Not great, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no.
What is it? A +1 or a 0? Minus?
It's a -1.
Oh, okay, I go first.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. Alrighty. Joe, you're just a tiny bit quiet. It might just be because your mic's far away. That
Change
is.
that. It's
So
okay.
that's going to be. Oh, that's much better actually. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is going to be my turn first. The rats rolled a
Ugh.
21 for initiative.
Motherfucker.
Of course they do.
Alrighty.
Speaking of rats.
This first one is going to come clambering down off of the rock.
Ooh, maybe I'll put the map up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
and actually,
yeah,
let me show off this token art because I love it. Oh gosh, load. Here we go. View character artwork. Show players. There you go.
Oh,
So there's a
Ooh.
pleasant little rat just
You're
popping
awful.
out, saying hi.
I
hate it.
hate it.
we
All right.
Thanks, I hate it.
Oh, I'm glad the token shows up on the screen properly. That worked.
Just comes squeaking out and is going to give Dia a little nibble at the ankles. Let's see what
All right.
Dia.
Just a little nibble.
Just a...
Oh, rip.
Hey, remember when I told y'all that like my dice like to crit at level
Oh
1?
no.
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna kill me again?
That was a,
We
that was a,
TPK on episode 1
that was a nat 20.
From rats.
That was a nat 20 from rats.
from rats.
This rat's
Yeah.
feeling
Okay.
spicy. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get armor for my ankles, apparently.
Oh, I keep thinking you have more health than you do. I think I might have put you to 0. That's 8 piercing damage.
That exactly, yeah.
Oh
I go
my
down
God!
immediately. From a bite to the ankle. Fuck
just,
you, Matt.
Just like it hits a vein and just like the pooling mud around you immediately starts to like blacken and darken with oh gosh.
Thanks, I hate it.
Matthew.
You
Absolutely.
suck.
Absolutely unbelievable.
How dare you? This is
Okay, you're
exactly
not-
what happened last session.
You're not dead, but it is exactly what happened last session. All right, the other ones get new targets then. Squeak, 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 squeak. This one's gonna move
Ah.
over to Fia.
Yay.
Oh, no. Stay in the box. Okay, not another crit, but it is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
5 piercing damage.
Okay. Okay. We're okay.
And then a final rat is going to come up to here, and this is pre-stream. I was like, oh, these rats are fine. They're not going to be deadly at all. I forgot they have pack tactics and the way I roll.
Fuck you.
So, oh, I rolled a 7 on both dice. I don't think an 11 hits you, Fia.
No, it does not. Thank you.
There you
so
go.
much, Vice Gods.
Oh,
You survived. The rats have given you a little bit of a nibble, but you are otherwise. Dia is the only one having a bad day. Saoirse, you are up.
Oh right. I'm going
I
to.
can't believe I crit on the first attack.
I fucking
Again.
know it. I'm gonna. Can I? God damn it! I don't. I literally unprepped healing word this morning. This morning.
We have 2 clerics. We're gonna be fine.
We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be
I'm
okay.
not the only cleric. We're gonna be okay.
I did laugh deep in my black heart when you said you unprepared healing word.
I fucking know. I saw that look too. I did. I'm going to. Gosh. To buff or to smack things with hammers.
Catch it with the coat.
With the coat.
Smack it with the hammer.
I fucking know, right?
Oh no.
God, mother. I'm going to. Okay. My claws will get incredibly long and a little drippy, oozy looking. As the kind of mucky fungus that's crawling up my arms drizzles down to my hands. And I will cast Primal Savagery.
Heck yes.
Ha!
I think that's
and
a
then I'm
melee
gonna-
spell attack. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get the one that's right by me in this
Yeah.
map.
You get that rat.
me get that rat.
Get that.
I'm be like, I'm so sorry, love. Don't
Bite.
go in peace. Please don't fight me. Go in peace. 1d10 acid damage on a hit. Make a melee spell attack. Okay. That will be. 12?
12 to hit.
Uh-huh.
That is a hit.
Fuck yes. We're already
Roll that
doing better.
damage.
Already doing better. A d10. Which one's that? I don't use these normally. I'm a DM. That is 5 points of acid damage.
Nice.
My fingernails return to normal.
The rat just sort of like gives you this like hiss as you melt away some of its fur, revealing just like all these like sort of pot marks. This rat has clearly like been through some mess. Like these are the survivors from several nests that have sort of whittled each other down over the years.
I go back.
Excellent.
Oh, side note, audience, when Sisha talks, it's just kind of, it happens in your heads.
Yes.
If anyone is
Not
familiar
really.
with how myconids talk, it's kind of like that. There's just this like ambient, weird voice coming from your ears.
Yeah. For no particular reason.
It's what
Probably.
your brain says it's your ears.
Yeah, your brain tells you that it's your ears, and
Yeah.
who are we to say your brain is wrong?
Who are we to say it's wrong?
I think is that the end of your turn?
That is my love. Yes, I'm going to. Can I step? I still have my movement.
Yes.
How
If you
how far is the hop down from like there? How far is that
It's-
hop?
it is
hop.
a oh goodness.
But
Making
not-
circles.
Not that.
Making
God Lord.
circles. Down from the first ledge to the second ledge, basically.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like a 6 to 7 foot drop.
Okay. I'm gonna presumably provoke an opportunity attack
Mm-hmm.
and hop on. If I can move my goddamn person.
It's
I
the other one.
will-
It's the little like square looking icon.
I'm just gonna try and hop on down here.
That is a 15 to hit you.
Yes, that does hit.
That is 4 points of piercing damage.
I'm good. It's fine. I don't dribble from rat nibbles.
Give me an acrobatics check as you make that leap to see if you take any damage from it.
Do I still get that that advantage?
I'm gonna say since you're no longer scaling, you are leaving contact. I'm gonna say that this is just a straight acro.
Okay. Damn it. It's okay. It's gonna be fine.
I believe in you.
Run down the wall.
It's gonna be fine. Oh yes, it's all right. That is a 19.
Oh yeah, excellent. You beat it by 5, so I'm not going to roll any damage. You land and keep your footing, and you are now easily within, touching to help range of Daya.
I've got you. Next turn, maybe.
Winnie, you are up.
Okay, Winnie is going to fly around to the edge of the stairs to this one and going to stab at it
Yeah.
with her 2 little needle short swords. So that is a 21 to hit,
Oh, definitely hits.
and that is a d6. Oh, I got a 6! So that's 7 damage to that rat as I skewer it.
You literally do skewer it. It is dead.
Oh, yes, I stab through it. I'm like, oh, get away from. And then I'm going to come around to this one down here.
Mhm.
I'm going to skewer this one too with my offhand. Oh, wait, can I move and do an offhand?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're allowed to break up your movement and divvy up the attacks that way.
Okay, cool. Oh no, natural one.
Ooh, no! The I'm attempted to be cruel, but that is unnecessary. at this
I was
point.
gonna say, wait, are you going to rule it now or in episode 27?
I'm going to say. I'm going to say that there's no additional effects in that ones. They're just an auto miss. The needle-like short sword just sort of like poing into the rock and misses this like. This rat is apparently the boss rat. This
Yep.
one is playing for keeps.
Cool.
Here on this ledge.
Yep.
Dustin, I see you in chat. I love you. That is going to be. Oh no, we've got like we're drilling down into the matrix.
Oh no! Oh no! What happened? Oh. Okay. That's my bad.
Okay, we
Part of
still
the
love you.
Eldritch Horror.
There we go. We're back.
My bad. We're
No
living and learning
worries.
about this streaming.
We're getting it, guys. We're
Yeah.
killing it. Fia, you are up.
Perfect. I'm gonna try and take out the rat that's closest to me first off with my
Sure.
mace.
Yeah.
That is...
Literally smack it with a
that's-
hammer.
Yeah, I mean that would be great if it was above a 7, but it's not.
No, this
my
thing is
God.
wily. It's just.
Sweet. As soon as I miss, can I disengage and just peg it down the stairs?
Not as an action. You would have to.
Okay, cool.
Oh, this thing already did use its reaction though, so you can actually move away from it scot-free.
You're welcome for
Okay,
that,
cool.
darling.
Thank you. Fia will head down the stairs as close to the group as she can, like trying to almost like flank, at least support from the rear end.
Sure. 5, 10, and you can actually get to that spot that's right next to Daya
Yeah.
on like sort of the second stairwell leading down. You can get there with still just using half your movement. Cool. Daya.
I think Joe.
Did we lose Joe?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they're just going slowly.
Yeah.
You got it. Daya, give me a death save. And don't say what it
Okay.
is, just let me know in chat.
That's rude.
You're mean.
That's rude. That's very mean.
I have to get a different dice because these ones are being terrible
Fair.
to me.
Valid.
Please do.
And God knows I have enough dice.
I will say if it's a nat 20, feel free to just celebrate and yell that shit out, because then you're standing back up.
This dice feels bad. 1 second.
That's a mood.
We're hunting for the right
Been
mojo.
there.
Yeah.
Done that. I don't like how this.
So many, I
like,
might as well get one that feels good.
yeah.
Yes.
Don't like the way it's looking at you.
Was it a 20?
Yeah, poker face is awful.
It is. It
I'm
is
not
the,
DMing, so my poker face doesn't happen. It only happens when I'm DMing.
it is the
This is
rat's
true.
turn. The rat is this rat on the. Actually, I'll go in order because this little dude's out for blood. This rat is gonna be like, how dare you? How dare you just fly up here and try and attack me? You silly little fey. Oh nope, it's all out of nat 20s. That one was just a 5 to hit.
Nope. It's like, yes, that hits now.
No.
No.
And
Dang
then
it.
This other one's gonna come down the stairs and is going to take a nibble
Nibble, nibble.
For sure.
at Saoirse.
Why would
That
you do such
is-
a thing?
Oh.
That is only an 11 to hit though. 11 against you, Saoirse.
It hits.
Oh, it hits an 11?
Why do you have an 11 AC?
It's not
No, this
No,
is-
enough.
it's you. We're asking you, Raz.
Against Saoirse.
Me?
Raz.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
I was like, the face she's pulling, it's got to be an 11 AC. And then she's like,
I know.
wait, what?
What?
Okay, good. That is a miss. It goes to nibble on you and it picks like the other hoof and it's just nibbling on like that woody exterior.
That tickles, love.
That's Saoirse, you're up.
Yes, I am indeed. I'm going to. God, what I hate about this is that if you had not gone down in one hit, you would have been fine, probably, maybe.
Yeah. Yep. No, I'm aware. This is just gonna become a running trend of Matt just kills me in the first round and then I sit out for the entire combat.
Is an unconscious person technically a willing creature?
Yes.
I'm going to reach down to our lovely Daya. I'm going to cast resistance. And you can add a d4 to the number rolled on one saving throw of your choice. Take that as you may. And that was an action. I think that's all I can do.
Yes. I will give
Yeah.
you. We're going to use the targeted marker as concentration. So you are concentrating on the resistance, and that does apply to death saves. So
Yeah.
better chance of survival.
There's just a little like bloom of like this blue kind of fungus that
Nice.
shows up like across your chest.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird. Feels nice.
Down with weird. Is it like a weighted blanket?
Yeah. You just feel it.
A
It's like,
fungal
yeah,
weighted
well-
blanket.
Love.
Oh my god. Me in a
There you
different
go.
world is just
Mm.
living at the edge of society with a fungal weighted blanket, and I love every
Yes!
second of it.
Oh my
That
god!
Why does that sound so good right now?
Yeah.
Sounds
Dude,
so
a
good.
Let me do that.
weighted
Um,
blanket made of moss, guys. Like,
Oh, yes.
somebody get on
Opting
it.
in
I want it.
Immediately.
Winnie, you are up.
Winnie's going to
beer.
try and stab at this bloody rat again. She tried to bite me. Little shit.
Yeah. How rude.
I know, natural 20! They're little-
Yeah!
Yes.
So, hey, how do you do your natural 20s?
Roll, you double the amount of dice that you roll, but you do roll all of them.
Cool. So that is 9 damage to this little rat as I skewer it through the
Hell
skull.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. You pin it to the rock and just... the champion rat, eighth of his name is fucking toast.
Bite my friends. I'll bite you back.
Yeah.
Uh,
You still have another
yes.
attack if you
So
want to.
she's going
flit
to,
around.
she's going to flitter around and see if she can skewer this second one.
Heck yes.
Oh,
With
18?
that, yeah, hits.
Nice. So,
Winnie just doing work.
Oh, just a 2 damage.
Just a 2. Well, you know what? Because it got smacked before, 2
Oh.
is all you needed.
Oh, nice. I chop it in half.
And the third is...
No.
There's just this little echoey, high-pitched screech that rebounds off the walls as you destroy the last rat. We'll stay in initiative just for the purposes of death saves and things. Fia, you are up.
Can I cast Healing Word and just yell at Daya?
Yes, absolutely. What do you yell?
Can you just get up?
Roll them dice.
That was not the time for a nap.
Now is not the time for sleep.
No, it's not the time.
Oh my god.
6.
Amazing.
Ah, you heal 6, and you are back up, and I'll get rid of that nasty little skull marker.
That's like all
Thank
the way
you.
back up. That's like all of
Did
all of
someone
Daya's hit points.
kill? Did someone kill the fucking rat?
Oh yeah, no, Winnie got it again. True MVP every time.
Amazing. Thank you, darling. That hurt. That hurt.
Yeah, she holds up.
You know,
the-
I know that you like these rats, but I fucking hate these rats.
It doesn't help that you went down after one bite.
Listen, it was a very intense bite. Did you see the blood spurting
I mean,
from my
it
ankle? They're very
happened.
close to the surface there.
It was like that Achilles, that one mythology movie, Crystal Show thing.
Oh yes, of
Yeah.
course, but
Die.
it's like the front of the ankle instead of the back. But yes, exactly that.
Yeah.
Aren't the blood vessels at the back though, Daya? No? Isn't that where?
I think they're kind of all the way around. There's not really a lot of fat on that part of my body. I don't
It was a big
I
rat.
don't know.
As Winnie holds
a
it
big
up
rat!
onto her skewer, like still just.
No, these things are like they're not tiny. They are small, so they are actually like the same size as Winnie.
Okay.
Yes, it's quite large.
Would you say they are rodents of unusual size?
They are indeed unusual in their proportions compared to normal rodent kind.
Love it. Please, no fireballs from the sky. No.
What?
Thank you. No!
Let's
Don't-
get down from
go!
this
Don't
ledge.
mind me. I'm just gonna
Even
add fire
ideas.
spurts into the first room of the dungeon.
Why
No!
would you do such a thing?
Sorry.
Don't worry.
I just go down immediately again.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No.
Don't worry. The six-fingered man isn't until like this page. We're fine.
Fuck off.
Can I just
Bring it on.
Can I just constantly cast resistance on Daya on our trek down? Just like I'll be right here. Don't mind me. I'm gonna hold your hand.
Totally.
Can we just decide as a group I'm gonna go first this time, maybe?
Just re-up that resistance the whole way.
Boop, boop, boop. Amazing. So yeah, y'all are free to proceed down, and those rats, as you make your way down carefully, they're the only real threat here. If there's anything else, it is either too small or too cautious after the first pack of rats was dispatched to entangle themselves with you. As you move down, a fortress begins to emerge from the darkness, and now it is truly getting dark down here. Without the light, you would not be able to see like the hand in front of your face, except for those with dark vision. The Subterranean Citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. The lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and leaning towers speak of grandeur left to rot beneath the surface of the earth. All is quiet, though a cold breeze blows up from below. You can tell that you're sort of transitioning from one environment to the next as the surface world starts to grow quiet. You're only hearing rivulets of water making their way down into these depths. The darkness beneath the world is starting to lay claim to what happens here. As you continue to head down, there is over 250 feet of switchbacks on these stairs as you make your way precariously down, down, down into the darkness of this ravine. At the bottom, the narrow stairs empty into a small courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenellated battlement. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth, the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. That floor stretches away to the north and south, composed of a layer of treacherous crumbled masonry, which reaches to an unknown depth. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must be the Sunless Citadel. A tower rises up and it just sort of like merges into the rock wall on the opposite side of this small courtyard that you've arrived to. And I will now be moving you to a new map over in front. New map!
New man.
And while you are adjusting maps, I'm just gonna say, Sasha's in love with the image of this, like, a desecrated building that's just falling into mountain. It's lovely.
This is very much your vibe. This is all about it.
We love seeing nature reclaim humanity's bullshit.
Alrighty, I don't have your tokens on the map real quick, so I'm
Yes.
gonna add those.
Woo!
God, man.
God.
No, gosh,
Gosh. What are you even doing?
what are you even doing?
My God. So, we have some wonderful sponsors.
Running a game
that
is
are
not
great.
that hard, Matt.
And Winnie, I am going to
Beautiful
give your
sponsors.
token. I'm gonna assume that like y'all are recasting that light on Winnie, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give.
Oh,
you-
yeah, because it did go away when I went down, didn't it?
I think it actually sticks around, but like anytime it would need a refreshed.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's a
gonna-
cantrip.
Yeah,
just
because it wasn't
doing it every time.
concentration.
Yeah.
So you've got 40 feet of dim light radius around you and 20 feet of bright light around you from there. So you're going to have some some actual vision. And let me activate that. There you go.
I hate not having dark vision because for a minute there I was like, it's broken. It's just black.
Yep.
I don't see anything, guys. What are you talking about?
Oh, how exciting.
Oh,
So yeah,
no.
you are all the way in like the very bottom right corner of this map.
Yep.
Dear Lord.
Wow,
Ooh,
that's a
it's a
fucking
big
huge
map.
map. I hate it. Guys, chat, this map is like this big, and we're like in this little baby part.
Haley, if you'd like to show the map.
Oh yes, I could do that.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking, we're gonna die.
So
See,
here-
this is where we
This
are.
is where we are, and
Mhm.
if I just
If you just zoom out, it
Keep
just
scrolling.
never, ever
Keep scrolling.
ends. Ever.
that's as
It's just, yeah. We're in darkness
just-
forever.
I love
Yeah.
dungeon crawls. I love them. But yeah, so this is that courtyard, and you are seeing that wall on the far side that makes up the beginnings of that tower that I described. By the way, that little icon on the door, that means that you are seeing a door there that you could open, theoretically, if you walked it up to
can
it
I
and
look-
used it like a door.
And see if it is trapped at all.
Sure. Move yourself on the map how you would move to the door.
Terrified. Hello, I shall do that.
I haven't
It's
quite
just,
got
is it-
the cameras right. I can go too far.
I,
Alrighty.
occasionally, it looks like Joe is reaching over into my domain, and I'm like, oh, hello.
Alrighty. I'm gonna move you around just a little bit because fun things are gonna happen.
That's. I don't like it when you say that, man. I don't like that at all.
So as you
Good to
walk
know.
forward, I'm gonna move you right to there. And hold on as I relearn
Okay,
Foundry.
we fixed it.
I just asked if the door was trapped. I didn't ask if the tiles were trapped. I have made a grievous error.
We have,
Woo!
listen, this might be the most boring stream ever because we have to check every square inch of every room we walk into.
Okay,
Yes.
we're not going to. We're not playing Pathfinder. It's not like you need to make a perception check for every 10 feet. No, we're not doing that bullshit. But like, if you say, "Hey, I'm going to check X for traps," I will assume that you check it thoroughly based on whatever your perception or investigation check is. Because I am playing some gamesmanship here because Saoirse said I'm going to check the door, not
I
the
fucking
floor.
know.
I did check your passive
Yeah.
perception, by the way. It is
It's
just
very
high
low.
enough.
Would
It's
Winnie's
just high
passive
enough.
investigation have noticed the trap before?
You have to notice. So there's trap checking will either be a perception or an investigation or both.
Okay.
As in the case of this one, first you had to notice that there was an outline
Okay.
of something on the ground, and then with investigation you could have figured out there's a pit trap here. So as Saoirse walks forward towards the door, there is just this click, and the floor drops out from underneath Saoirse, and
Oh.
I will need
I should have let you know that there was an outline there. Sorry.
It's
What's your passive
I love
perception,
you anyway.
Winnie?
Oh, perception is 14.
You did not notice the
No.
outline.
Damn it.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you fall into this pit. It is not spiked, so you're not going to take too much damage.
Oh, thank God.
You will only take, let's see here, how deep is this pit? Yeah, 10 foot deep. So you only take,
Not bad.
6 fall damage.
That's I can live with that.
Okay?
Cough a little bit
Saoirse,
of
you
blood.
okay?
It oozes. It's fine.
You
I've
alright?
been better.
As you say that,
Ah, fucking hell.
Right.
you see that you have company down here
And
as a rat that was nomming on the corpse of a goblin looks over and sees some fresh, tasty, living prey. Everyone needs to roll initiative.
Oh,
Can I-
no.
I would just, please, Mr. Rat, I'll be your best friend.
Oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
keep rolling dice until one of them gets me a good roll.
How much damage did I take again? I'm sorry.
You took 6 fall damage.
Can I... How... Okay. Are you alright? All right, I'm
So-
gonna cast Healing Word.
Oh,
Yes!
you do have to. We're in initiative now. We'll see.
Ah,
I know. I'm being mean.
you're mean.
I'm a meanie.
That's a
I'm
7.
mad.
Okay. Did anyone get 20 or more?
I got a 20. Dirty.
Yeah. 15 to 20.
Oh,
Okay. 10 to 15.
oh no!
God damn, guys.
Guys!
What? No!
5 to 10.
7.
What was that, Fia?
9.
Okay.
7. Also got a 7.
Saoirse and Daya, what are your dexes?
Plus 2.
1.
Okay. So Saoirse first, and then Daya. Alrighty. Winnie, you win initiative.
Oh, I won! I won! Okay, Winnie's going
Good job!
to be like, oh, that absolutely not, and fly straight down into the hole on top of the rat.
Yep.
And she's going to stab at it with her short swords.
Yeah.
Get here! Stay still. Oh no, a 9 is
Hit it.
not going to hit.
9 will not hit.
Second stab, a natural 20!
Oh my gosh!
Hey!
Roll them dice!
Oh, a 4, so that's 8 damage as I stab at this rat.
Immediately, like, hearing that little squeak, 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 squeak. Nuh-uh, we're not having this.
No.
You just fly into this and skewer the thing, instantly putting it to being quiet again.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
Thanks, Winnie.
A very quick initiative that time, but there was only one rat.
Yes. Oh,
It was going to go next, though.
Nice.
I will use what little strength I have to see if I can help Saoirse out of the hole. I've got both my feet and my wings are flapping, and I'm pulling against the base of the
Ow.
floor.
Help.
Does one...
Give,
how does one... Sorry.
How does one what?
Calculate your jump distance, speed distance jump.
Oh,
You get a
the
good jump,
vertical
too.
jump.
It is.
The vertical jump is you do have to have a 10-foot run up, so you wouldn't really be able to do it in this little pit. But I believe it's like 3 plus your strength modifier in feet.
Okay.
Can I throw down a rope and help them climb out?
Yeah, the climbing out is not the issue.
Okay.
In that pit, by the way, just to complete the
Don't.
the image of what you're seeing, on the map you can see that there is like a little 2-foot wide catwalk that's on the far side of the pit. You can see that creatures that know the pit exists can just walk around in order to get to that door.
Fuck them.
Yeah, those bastards.
Ooh. Before I am pulled out of the pit, can I rifle around in it and see if there's anything interesting down here?
Yeah.
And
Looking through, it looks like there are 2 very old goblin skeletons that have been completely picked clean by that rat that had been trapped in here, and the other goblin, slightly more fresh, is
Thank you.
has some stuff on them. Give me an investigation check.
Yes, I will. I'm not good at it, but I'll give you one.
I'll say, Winnie, you could roll your own since you're also down there, or you could help Saoirse out and give her advantage.
I'll help. I'm using the light of my wings to hover and help.
Yeah.
And also,
Watch
don't
it.
forget that as a satyr, you can roll a d8 and add that number to the number of feet you cover when making a standing jump.
Thank you. That's. I knew
Excellent.
there was something
Oh.
about it.
There it was.
About being a goat people and like doing
Yes.
stuff.
So you can do a
There is the secret mojo.
3 plus your strength plus whatever you roll on a d8.
Yeah, so you could theoretically goat your way out of this.
Yes.
I could goat my way out.
We can roll for that for funsies because I think it's cool.
Funny enough, I rolled, and then I waited to see what if advantage, and then I rolled, and they're both 16s.
Hey,
But that's not bad.
that's good.
I
That's
just-
good.
That was
Um,
just funny.
This goblin has a couple of little coin purse with 23 silver pieces and 4 gold pieces. If you're not familiar with classic dungeon crawls, they got a lot of weird coinage amounts. So we can always like divvy up the coins off screen. Always feel free to don't worry about loot unless it's like super relevant.
23 silver. How many gold? 4?
4 gold.
Ooh.
It also
Gold.
has a scimitar and a shield, which look to be in pretty good shape. They could be used to. I'll also say that Saoirse and Winnie, something that's standing out about this goblin, you're noticing that like one of its arms, the arm that is like has the shield on it as you like move it to inspect, the shield like kind of crusty breaks off of it, like it's almost like barnacled on, and you're
Did
seeing
you
that
see that, Winnie?
Yeah.
and you're seeing that same like wood kind of textured growth around the arm that was holding the shield.
Oh, Winnie's going to step
look-
on top of the goblin, grab onto the arm, and yank it off. I think we could keep this for a clue.
Yes.
She steps
I
on like
agree.
the elbow of the goblin and like twists and yanks it.
Yeah, you've now got like
Uh,
a driftwoody goblin arm.
Cool.
I look at my arm and I look at the goblin arm and I'm just
Very, very similar.
Interesting.
maybe we were brothers.
We have a
That's how that
brother?
works, right?
Oh,
From
he's
Yeah, we have a
dead.
brother. He's dead,
Our brother is dead.
but we have his arm.
Come
So
on.
got to keepsake.
Our
I
brother.
tossed the shield and the scimitar up to the warrior type folks.
Perfect.
Hello, check it out.
I move
Do
out
either
of
you,
Sisha's way.
Daya, do you want a shield?
I'd love one, yes.
Here, take this shield. I found it down here for you.
Thank you,
Specifically.
darling. I mean, I already have one, but it's good to have an
You
extra.
wear two.
And the extra appendage?
Just
was
wear
it
two.
yours, or-
Fia, would you like a shield, darling?
Oh, no, I'm good. I
Alright.
have one.
Well, I'll keep this one in case something happens to the first one.
I also
You can always
found
use it
5
as
silver.
the pro.
Oh, lovely.
Saoirse, give me a deception check.
Mhm.
My deception is -1, so
I love
it's not
it.
gonna go well.
Right.
Ah, dude, modified 1.
Yeah, everyone knows that's
Hey.
bullshit. Passive insight applies on this one. Saoirse, roll me that D8. I really want to see if you just fucking go gadget goat mode out of this pit. 'Cause
I
that's
don't
amazing.
because it's a 1.
Oh man, it gets you like so far up and like gives you
Can
enough
you grab
momentum
onto it?
that Winnie, you've got no problems just fairy buzzing her out of there.
Nice. My wings
Hey.
are going 24/7.
Yeah, you're like a little hummingbird.
Yeah, I couldn't pull, so I'm under your butt.
Yes, lifting. It's a big fluffy butt. I understand.
Got you to the edge.
Thank
Okay,
you.
now I'm
on
going to-
the edge of glory.
I'm checking the floors and I'm hovering and I'm like I'm like this far from the floor with my face down at it. Like, this is
Yes.
this is a safe
Give
way for
me-
you to get to this door.
Give me a perception check real quick.
Oh no.
Welcome, Raiders.
A 9.
Welcome, Raiders.
Oh, hello.
You notice after about a minute, the pit door like resets and closes up. Now that you know where it is, I'll say that you can see that seam. So y'all are vaguely aware of where that pit is. I'll leave it revealed on the map for the most part. But you don't notice any other traps in this area. Nothing else is jumping out to you as something to be warned about. I'll say including the door. Like you're investigating that whole
Yep.
area. The door also seems to just be you're not sure if it's locked. I assume you don't touch things unless you specifically say you're investigating with touch.
Yep.
Or looking with touch. And you don't think that the door is just a door, as far as you can tell.
Everything looks safe for now.
I am also sporting one of those delightful, like I don't know. It looks like my ankles might be a little twinged. You know, there's a little bit of blood that's seeping through the like fungus of my mouth.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
don't
cast
look very
something,
well.
1 second.
Don't
Come
feel
here. Come here,
Yep.
darling.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna, you know what? Do you want to roll those? Because I've been rolling terribly.
Fuck. I'll do. Yeah. What's your dash?
1d8 plus 4.
Oh, I rolled really bad on my last d8, but I'll try. Oh no, I did really great. 7. 7 plus
Amazing.
4.
Nice.
I'm back at full, I think.
Yeah. Level 1 life.
Yep.
It's really easy to get back up to full.
Really
It's
easy.
a survival horror game.
It's a struggle, fam.
So yeah,
It's
if y'all
discretion.
want to proceed, the way you can do it on Foundry, you just like as long as you walk up to within 5 feet of a door, you can just click it on the map and it'll open it for you, and the lighting engine will do everything
I
else.
think Winnie gets close to the door and is going to hover against the ground, being like, I can't fall in at least. Pushes the door open as the door tries the handle. Oh!
The door is unlocked, and you see into a very wide open circular room on the other side. This circular area is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently
Brilliant.
slain in combat. One corpse stands with its back against the western wall, the wall that's basically furthest to your left as you're looking at the map. The spear that killed it still skewering it and holding it upright. You also notice that there are 3 wooden doors leading away from this area. A hollow tower of loose masonry reaches 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors and stairs are gone except for a couple of crumbled ledges. So you're basically seeing what would have been like a spiralized tower on like the outside of this castle back in its heyday, but it is now just long fallen into debris, and the remnants of what appears to be some sort of combat with these goblins. You're not sure what killed them at first glance.
May I do a check of this room before I fly further in?
Sure, what are you checking for?
Just to see if there's any traps or anything inside of the room that maybe is hidden.
Sure.
Just
Give me a perception check. And also, by the
Can I
way, when I was
offer-
describing... Yep,
My other, just like another set of eyes.
sure.
Give her
Winnie,
advantage.
Winnie and Saoirse, either you can roll independently or one of you can roll at advantage.
Go, Winnie, go.
okay, I got this. Oh yes, a natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
This
amazing.
little black dice is doing me good today.
I
want
love
Willie's
it.
Dice.
I am so grateful you rolled that well, because I was really nervous you wouldn't find it. Because I love secret doors, and there's a secret door in this room.
Oh, lovely. I come
It was
into the
very
room
difficult to
further.
find, though. Yeah, you come into the room. By the way, when I said 3 wooden doors, that's including like the door you're coming through.
Okay.
So there's 2 doors on the western side, and you can actually kind of see on the map, drawn into it, is that little goblin that's kind of like skewered with a spear against the wall. Down over here on this wall, just to the south of this goblin corpse, there is a secret door built into the stone.
Ooh. Guys, I found a secret door.
Secret door.
Interesting.
Want to open it? Should I open it?
Opening it?
Let's do it.
Is there going to be another pit trap?
I'm not
So-
on touching the ground, so hopefully not.
A little bit more detail about the door.
Oh yes,
As
looking
you're sort
at
of
the
like
door.
looking around, like you see this outline of where the door is, and you're
Yes.
like, okay, how does this open? And you're noticing like this little like bit of masonry. At first, you sort of dismissed it as like, oh, it's just this tower is crumbling and broken. There's this little like masonry jutting out that you think is actually like the broken remnants of some sort of like secret lever that's just kind of been left out and kind of exposed. It looks like it can be pushed either to the left or the right.
Ooh. Can I please look at it further as to maybe discern where it, if there's any like dragging marks as to which direction it is mostly used or last used or anything like that?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
25.
25. You are killing it. You start to like
Investigation is
experiment
what I'm
around.
good
And
at.
you don't see any evidence that it's been manipulated recently.
Okay.
You're thinking that like most of the people who come through here, it's looking like goblins primarily.
Yep.
probably haven't noticed it.
Okay.
They haven't taken the time to like look for all of the things, or they're too busy fighting off whatever has been killing them.
Yes. I'm going to go left first then.
I will say, as you're moving it.
Okay.
As you're moving it, you notice. Let's see here. That as you move it to the left, there is actually like a very small needle that starts to like protrude out.
Oh, I moved to the right.
So yeah, if you had committed wholesale to that, it would have just boop, little needle trap. Let's see here. You can try and disable it, if you would like.
Yeah, let's try and disable it as I notice that little needle poking at me.
Actually, no, sorry.
Oh.
If you do it the other way, you don't have to disable it. You can just ignore it. You found the needle. It is possible to disable it if you wanted to, if you have thieves' tools, but you can also just open it straight away.
Yes, I just push it to the right. Once I see that little thing poking, I'm like, oh, absolutely not. To the right. Oh!
Open that little door into a little secret alcove.
Ooh.
This pocket chamber is damp and cold. There are 3 skeletons of long dead archers slumped against rubble-filled arrow slits along the east and south wall. It looks like this room used to be like exposed to the outside so that you could rain arrows out on attackers.
Can I please have a look over their bodies in the room? Or just
Sure.
their bodies first?
As you move in to the room, looking them over, there's some like equipment, and you even get this like little faint tingle in your
Ooh.
antenna. Go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
What is that? 13.
13. There's something that catches your eye on these skeletons, and you go to reach out, and as you do, one of the bony hands reaches up, and you see dark red pinpoints of light up inside of their skulls as they begin to awaken and move to attack. Everybody roll initiative.
This skeleton's got my arm.
That a new song, or is it a thing that's happening, Winnie?
It's a thing
New
that's happening.
song.
Got it. You go ahead and mark me as still concentrating, Matt, because I was not joking when I said I was still
No.
consistently casting resistance on.
I've still got that little marker on you, yeah.
I appreciate that very, very much.
Yep. I sense it like petering out, and then I'm like, oh no, gotta go touch your hand again. It's okay.
I'm so glad y'all found this room. This is so fun. Alrighty, let me get these skeletons on the map, eh?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Let go. Ow.
Don't touch my sister.
Your fingers are bonier than mine.
Oh, mine.
There you go. There's a little preview of what these duders look like.
Beautiful.
20 or above. Okay. 15 to 20.
15.
No.
15, Winnie?
Yes.
Man, you are killing it.
I've only got a +1 to initiative too.
You are absolutely crushing it.
Good
10 to
rolls.
15.
I'm 14
14 for Saoirse.
on initiative, not in real life.
We need to talk. 5 to 10.
9.
9 for Daya. Fia, what'd you get?
16.
16. Oh, I must have missed you when you said it earlier. Sorry about that.
You're all good.
9.
How
Okay.
dare you? How dare
How
you, Matt?
dare I? Fortunately, y'all are like absolutely on guard at this point. Like this place is filled with horrors, and you all have the jump on them. Fia, what would you like to do?
Move as close as I can to one of them. You said they're full skeletons, right?
Would you have been in the? I think you would have been in the tower at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think your token was left out, so I'm just gonna move you over to where Daya is.
Thank you. Perfect.
Alrighty. And then what do you want to do?
Get as close to them as possible without putting anyone in between me and them.
Okay. So what I'll do, it's a little bit of a cramped space. If you want to like try and muscle in there and get in there, I'm gonna need you to make a contested athletics check against the first one.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
This is 6, so this is a no.
What'd you roll?
6.
I rolled a 2, and they're not strong
Ooh.
boys, so you are able to muscle your way into there.
Nice.
5, 10, 15,
Oh.
20. Yeah, so even I'm giving you a little bit of extra movement there. You're kind of like, just like basically like sort of shoulder checking your way into the room, and you're in there.
Fantastic. I would like to swing my mace in a way where I can take out their knees from behind, so they're literally cut halfway down to size, if you know what I
I
mean.
love
Have
it.
'em.
Yeah, I love it.
Get him.
Get him.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Let's go.
That is what the slang phrase
That
new cap means,
is
right?
13?
13 will just hit. Which one were you aiming for?
The one I'm closest to.
You are equidistant to all. The
Equidistant to
one that's
all.
closest to the
The one right in
door
front
is
of
the
me.
one that's currently accosting Winnie.
That one. That one works. Yes, please.
Okay. Roll that damage. That is going to be a hit.
That is 4.
4?
Mm.
Alrighty. Is that, that's with a mace, right?
Yes.
That is bludgeoning damage. So that's actually going to
Yes.
do. You notice that like the mace cracks straight in, and this femur is like holding on by a splinter. So you actually did 8 points of damage to it.
Hey.
It's still standing. The magic's like animating it to stand, but you were able to land a pretty solid blow there.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Alrighty.
You good,
Any
Winnie?
bonus action?
I will be.
No. No bonus action just yet.
Okay. Winnie, you're up.
Oh, interesting. That looked like that extra hurt. Maybe let's. Would I have noticed that hurt extra?
I'd say yeah.
Cool.
Passive perception's as long as your passive perception's above 10, I'd say that you definitely noticed that thing cracking into it pretty hard.
Cool. I'm gonna just try and punch at it then.
Okay. Heck yeah, I love this.
Let go of my hand. And that's a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
That's
Yeah.
2 bludgeoning damage.
2 bludgeoning damage. Is that that's just normal damage, right?
Yes.
Cool. So that will be doubled to 4.
Yes. I was like, oh, I can just
Amazing.
take it. That's nice.
You crack like you give it just this solid sucker punch across the jaw, and like the jaw goes flinging and bounces off of the walls. It is still standing, but only just.
Cool. Oh no, I forgot to do this first. That's okay. I'm going to mark it as my favored enemy now.
Oh, is that that's the add a d4 thing?
Yes.
I think you can do that as part of the attack that lands.
Yeah, it doesn't say that it costs anything. It's just other. So can I add the D4 to that
Yeah.
damage?
Roll that d4.
Go.
Oh, that's a 3.
So it's another 6 damage, and
Yes!
that thing is out. You just punch its head clean off, and it just pop, 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 just rattles around the room
I
as the rest
said-
of the bones just sort of discorporate.
Yes, I said let go, and I shake its little hand, the skeleton bones off of my arm.
Amazing.
That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to Saoirse.
There's no space in there.
Oh,
for me.
could I have flown above this next skeleton?
It is a tight room. It's real tight in
Cool.
here. There's no room above.
Above?
Yeah.
That's cool. Just asking.
Seems like a little
Good question.
Uh-huh.
Now you're thinking in 3 dimensions.
In 3 dimensions. 4. 12. The only thing that I have that is ranged will hurt all of you. So. What
Gotta
do
risk
I
it
have?
to get the biscuit?
I have a dagger. I'm gonna throw a dagger.
Okay.
I
Right, which one are you throwing? Either one will have a little bit of cover since there's a person in front of it.
yeah. The one like directly in front of me. Honest, I mean it's easiest, you know.
Sure, yeah. Toss that
I
dagger.
Toss it
I
between
can't
my
bend
legs.
dagger. Yep. Oh, please work. Okay, okay. Dope. I don't know what my modifiers are here. Okay.
This would be dex and proficiency, I think.
23 to hit.
23, damn. That is 100% gonna
Nice.
hit it.
Yes. I'm seeing it's okay because it's only 1d4 of damage. That's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
4 points. And then, can I throw another dagger as an offhand, or is that not okay?
No, yeah, you can, because they are light weapons, you can basically pull them out and fling them like that.
Dope. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna do that.
Do it again.
13?
13 with the cover. Like you like are about to throw the second one, and then Winnie kind of just like moves right into your air, and you're just like, ah! And it just sort of farts out of your hand and goes smacking
Farts
around the
out.
room.
Nice way of working the fart word in there.
Yeah.
I had to say it. It's fart week here at Tales of Initiative. Every DM has
Oh
to
my
say fart
God.
this week.
If you didn't know.
You didn't know. Also, Conlon, yes, Count Daggerula. Daggerula. That is impossible.
Daggerla.
That was far funnier as a text joke than a
Darla.
verbal joke.
Daggerula.
So yeah, both of your one of them lands clean. The other one, because of the cover, rattles around and misses. You are down 2 daggers, but this thing has been hurt.
Did my best, and then I'm going to pop back around to make sure that our other friend Daya can, or Fia, yeah, Daya, I think, can come in
Yep.
and do something as well.
Heck yeah! All right. Speaking of, Dia, you are up.
Hey, let's do it.
I didn't
would
TKO
like to-
you in the first round.
Hey, thanks. It's because I was not there.
Yep, that helped.
That helped. Okay. Because this worked earlier, I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance.
Okay, I think Word of Radiance is 5-foot radius.
It
have
is.
to be like
Shit.
right up next to you. Yeah.
Damn. Thought I was real smart.
So close.
Is anyone down on... You know what? I can't touch them, so I'm just gonna do some buffing. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put resistance back on Saoirse, actually.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Just resistant twins.
We're just
Yes.
butt buddies back here. Mm.
Yeah! I just want to make sure you're safe. I appreciate the help.
Yes,
Amazing.
yes. I don't want any of my new friends to die today, please. Thank you.
I agree.
Buff buddies.
Yes, buff buddies.
Winnie, if you get out of there, I can hit it with my hammer, which I think will be amazingly effective.
Okay, it's I disengage.
That'll be on your turn.
Cool.
I think that's it. So that's gonna be the skeleton's turn now.
Ah, fuck.
It's fine. They both rattle and just sort of like start moving around more fluidly as they come to unlife. They start to go for their bows, and then seeing themselves engaged, quickly reach over and draw short swords, and they're each going to like just basically stab out straight in front of them. So one for Winnie is going to be a 12 to hit.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Oh god, 8 piercing damage.
Winnie is down.
No!
No.
It's alright, I'm there, I have spare the dying, we'll be alright.
Banap, 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 banap.
Dead.
Downed Pokemon noise. This first one just like straight like as the one in front of that was in front of it starts like to sort of discorporate and fall to pieces, this short sword just comes blasting through the spinal column and catches Winnie off guard.
Ow!
The other one, like, starts to go for Fia, debates on, like, changing its target to the now downed, but then and starts swinging at Fia. Oh, that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, not max damage this time. My d6 decided to take a small break. 4 piercing damage to you, Fia.
Okay. Well, I'm
Not too bad. And that is it for them. So we are back up to Fia. You are up.
not looking great.
Smack him!
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try and mace both of them, I guess.
Not mace them.
Which one are you, Mason?
The one just hit me.
Okay, the one that just
but
hit
this
you.
time
Got
I
it.
want to go up from the bottom, so I want to catch him right between the legs and smash him into the ceiling, please.
Right where his pride might once have been.
Yes.
Once upon a time, before it
Once-
vanished from existence.
Yeah.
At some point before it was eaten by rats.
Before some
I'll take
rat
what's
decided to
possible.
make a meal of it.
Oh.
Bangers and mash.
Oh!
That
Yum.
Morning sausage.
that is
Hate
a
all of
17.
you.
What was that,
Awful.
Fia?
17 to hit.
Oh, super good a hit. Definitely connects.
Okay, so that was a 6 on a d6, so that's 8 damage.
That is 16 damage, because these things are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
Nope.
You full on Macbethed it from nave to clavicle, just shatters and creates like bone confetti that clatters against the ceiling of this small room, as that one is out.
Oh gosh, I really don't like dust.
I think you have bonus action and movement left.
What I've got left in bonus action is healing word, so I'm gonna tell Winnie to get up.
Yeah.
That is a 3.
Nice. Anything helps. Oh. Ow.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Excellent. And speaking of, it is Winnie. Did you want to move it? Did you want to move it all? You're kind of boxed into this room, but
I might move after I've
I mean,
taken. Maybe I'll try and attack this thing first.
oh, sorry, I was talking to Fia. Fia,
Oh,
did you want to move it all?
apologize.
That's okay.
Is there only one of them left?
There's only one of them left, and it's down in that little bottom corner.
If I was to flank, would Winnie get advantage?
You won't have flanking. You'd have to be on completely opposite sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I will just wait.
Okay. Winnie, now you are up.
I'm going to get up from prone, I imagine.
Yes.
And how is this skeleton looking in front of me?
It's been
perfectly.
hit. It's
Okay.
not unscathed.
Now, does the favored foe only work for that one enemy?
Let's see.
I'm
I
try-
believe
I've
it
been
only
trying to
does,
read it, but
I
it's
can double
just-
check it.
Because it says target as your favored enemy for 1 minute or until you lose concentration. But I'm guessing it's when they die as well, right?
Yeah, I want to say that it's just that target. It's not like Hunter's Mark where you can keep moving it around.
Because it says you can use this feature to mark. Oh, okay. Number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Then that's fine. I'm going to disengage and run out of the room.
Okay.
No,
The
thank you.
The skeleton doesn't have sentinel. You are out of that room.
I do not like. Okay.
Alrighty. Daya, you are up.
No. Okay, I would like to move forward, and I'm just gonna whack it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whack it.
Whack it.
Whack it.
Whack.
Bop it. Twist it.
Nat 1.
Banana.
Oh. Okay.
You
I've got
swing
you.
the mace and like you give a hammer.
I have a hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, you swing the hammer and like it. This was just you were putting all of your force behind it, and it just smacks into the stone wall on the left, and like actually embeds itself, and you're just like just having a kind of a hard time in there. You are not mechanically like stuck in there. I'm just flavoring that
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
It's okay. I also have a light hammer. Can I take another swing?
You'd have
With
to have a
two-weapon
light
fighting?
hammer in the offhand. I think you have a shield.
I have a shield in the offhand. That's
Yes.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
2-weapon fighting, you've got to swing with the offhand weapon.
You're correct. I apologize.
No worries.
In real medieval battle, you can use your shield as a weapon, I think.
You can, and
I'm-
maybe she'll
I don't
take
think I
the
have
shield
that
master
feat.
feat. Yeah, there is a
Mm.
shield
Yeah.
master feat that lets you
There's a
specifically.
feat for that.
There's a feat for
God
that.
damn it.
That's gonna be a refrain as we rules lawyer
There's a
ourselves
feat for
into a
that.
group. There's a feat for that.
There's a feat for that.
Oh no, it's Skeleton's turn.
No,
Alright.
it's my. I didn't get a turn, Matt.
Oh, I am so sorry.
You
Matt.
skipped
I
me.
skipped you, and I am so sorry. Circe, take
It's
your
my
turn.
turn.
Rude.
My turn. I'm
It's
so
my
sorry.
turn. Can I hop into the room?
You could, yes, you can hop into the room because you can move diagonally with no penalty, and you can move through your ally's space.
I'm going to bop him with
Get in
my
there.
druidic focus.
Yeah,
Bop.
Bop.
Flip it.
bop it.
Hit it.
Yes. That's 17.
17 hits.
Dope. Both hands just.
Yeah, give me that damage.
That's 7 points of damage. No wait. Yes. 7 points
7
of damage.
points, but it's bludgeoning damage, correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So double to
14.
14. That is
Yeah.
enough. How do you want to get rid of this thing?
Yeah.
But I just hopped in looking like a nightmare because then I'm like, don't fucking hurt my sister! And just come down with my beautiful mossy like staff and just crush it down into dust.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you!
Fuck him. You shatter the bones to dust, and its quiver and equipment all go scattering to the ground. And
There was something in that room. Don't forget to find it.
you're taking a little breather, like sort of coming down off of the high of combat. And Winnie, your antennas are still kind of like flicking, and you're realizing like it's like somewhere between a smell and a noise. And
That's so weird.
deep in the back of your mind, you're like, I know this feeling. I remember this. This is what magic smells like. And looking back in, you can see that there are a few arrows that have no signs of tarnish, no signs of time, as they sit there pristine and very likely magical in the quivers of what you've just slain.
Ooh.
But we will leave picking those up
Okay.
when we pick up next week.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh gosh.
dang you. I would like to establish that I picked up my daggers again. I have
Yes,
my
you got your
back.
daggers. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
man.
Wow.
This is great,
I just-
guys.
Fuck,
I am
that was
so
good.
happy you found the secret room with the skeletons. I want you to get some loot right away. That's super fun.
Loot.
Yes.
Loot!
Supta Crypto Genshin loot box drop.
We got the loot box drop. We
Loot
did
box drop. We did it.
And we all were alive at the end.
it. You were all
We
alive.
are.
Hey.
You've survived. You survived episode 1. Not
Winnie's
level
only
one.
got
Sorta.
3 hit points,
We're-
but we're okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 6.
On the
Okay.
razor's edge, you have all survived. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on the premiere episode of Tales Does Tales as we dive in
Yes.
to a eldritch cosmic horror take on the classic Tales from the Yawning Portal anthology of adventures. We'll be back here next week. Not same time.
Little earlier.
At the little earlier, tiny bit earlier, but hey, We're learning. We're getting better. We're always improving, and this is awesome. And I am so excited to see what happens next time. Are y'all ready for more tales?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.